So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and it's an arty special. Yeah, switch off now if you hate arty. First of all, we got Shoot and Scoot driving the Russian Tier 10 artillery, the Object 261. Now, I haven't got this unlocked yet, but he tells me this is the most accurate artillery in the game. He swears blind that if you allow it to aim completely in on a target, it almost never misses. So I bet that makes you feel really good for you guys that come up against this thing. So here we are on the 30v30 map mode on Nebelberg. He's platooned up with DG, who is in the E50M, and we're on the western spawn, which again Shoot reckons is the best spawn if everyone pushes south. If you the map frustrates the hell out of me, this one, because to me it's just a camp fest. You can push forward all you like in a TD or in a heavy tank. No, that didn't hit. Shoot, you told me every shot counts. You can push forward all you like, and then you come up against the TDs that will camped at the back, because both positions have really nice positions for both sides of the map have really good positions for TDs just to sit and camp like biatches, and I find that really frustrating. But hey, what do I know? I don't enjoy tier 10s anyway. So anyway, he started off with a miss, trying to tell me that every shell hits when you fully aim, and he was fully aimed. Trying to eye up that E50, but he's a bit hidden behind that rock. Now, one of the downsides of... Oh, hello. Oh, Death Star. Oh, no, it's going for the E4. No, Death Starring it. Come on. He's released the shell. Nah, splash only. Now, one of the problems, it's got 3 criticals on him though. That'll be tracks, maybe engine, something else, maybe a crew member down. One of the problems with this artillery is how many rounds it has. It fires incredibly quickly for artillery. 27.61 seconds for his crew, but he's only got 18 rounds. He's already used 2, and on a long format game like this one, you can't afford to be using up your shells unnecessarily. So you've got to make sure every shell counts. Like not firing at buildings, probably. So you've got to be really careful. Now he's trying to support DG. DG is in the middle there. Oh, but no, we've got Death Star again. Come on, Death Star. You know you want to. You know you... Oh, is he going to sit there? Oh, please. Oh, splash! See, it's not as advertised. Shoot said it never misses. Well, I suppose it technically didn't miss. Stunned that Death Star quite nicely, but he wasn't wanting to stun him. He wanted to smack him one with a massive shell. Could get a 2-for-1 offer here. Shells in the air. Is he pulled back? Oh. Splashed both, but at least we did a fair bit of damage that time, and the Conqueror orbital gunship took out the E4. Right, Death Star, come on, you've lived a charmed life so far. Now Death Star is going to have to stop to aim, because that's the nature of the Death Star. Shells in the air. Oh, just overshot him. Still, I think that Death Star is history. Come on, someone finish him off. Only 109 points. You don't really want to be wasting one of your few precious shells on a target that's pretty much done and dusted. But it is the Death Star, and that thing can one-shot even the biggest targets. And you can't take any blind shots in this thing, because especially in this map mode where it goes on for a long time, you could find yourself running out of shells very, very quickly. Now he's he's resisting the temptation so far of swinging around and trying to hit those tanks in the middle or on the north, because he knows how many enemy tanks are down at the bottom here. He's just waiting for a viable target, really. Okay, there's our friend. He's down. Good, we got him. Just talk amongst yourselves while he acquires the next target. Oh, hello. There's the different E4. Reloading, just about reloaded, ready to aim for where he's pulling back to. There we go. Shot in the air. Nice. And of course, every time he's doing this, he's doing critical hits as well and stunning the enemy target. 3 criticals there, as they were when he hit the last E4 as well. So you know he's probably knocking out tracks, guns, crew members, who knows, maybe even the engine, really pissing people off basically. But that's the role of artillery, right? Nowadays it's less about one-shotting enemy targets. Oh, apart from bat chats who show themselves. Come on, aim in. Shells in the air. Aye, overshot. Look at this. This is not as advertised. Shoot, this is not as advertised. He keeps telling me, oh, DG's died. Keeps telling me how accurate this thing is, but no joy. There's our friend in the E4 again. It's reloaded, ready to go. I think the Conqueror's getting upset that he didn't mark his target, but hey, sometimes in the heat of battle you forget to do the sensible thing. So marking a target means hitting the T shaped. So if he oh, I don't think he's having a go at shoot, he's having a go at other people, I think. Basically what you need to do is when you're about to fire, you press the T button, because we fired a blind shot. And then your friends should know that you're about to fire and stop you from wasting a shell. Unfortunately, this is World of Tanks, and people don't tend to really care about you wasting your shot. If there's, you know, blood to be had, that's like sharks. It's a mine. No, it's not. It's like a shark. That's a penguin, isn't it? Anyway, but there's blood in the water, and you want to get it, and that's what they try and do. E4 is well hidden there, but actually that wasn't a bad hit. Another 3 criticals on that E4. It's going to be interesting to have a look at the after game result to see how many criticals he actually did do. And the other thing about this TD is it's extremely quick. It will do 50 kph forward. 50, which is just ridiculous. Now the E4's pulled further back, but shoot's still having a go. That will have done some splash. It's down to 7 shells. It's a bit of a waste using them on this kind of splash and dash target. Really is. But his team aren't doing anything to spot for him, so, which, considering they've got a Conqueror, gun carriage and him all aimed supporting here, you would think somebody would have the sense to move forward. But this is what I mean with this map. It's very much a camp fest. Ooh, come on back. And that's the problem, is it's such a camp fest. Ooh, that he got tracked there, definitely. Shoots shell, unfortunately hit the rock. Now I know for a fact he doesn't have 6th sense, so he needs to be careful here. Ooh, hello. E100. He's been scared off, unfortunately. He's going to back all the way back down, or can we get in there? Shell in the air? No, not quite yet. It is now. Oh. He's not getting many direct shots, unfortunately, but that was a nice, you'll get a lovely bit of splash damage, or stun damage there, because that, oh, and the E100's down anyway, so, yeah, look at that, 530 assistance. Stun damage he got there. This game is in the balance still slightly. I mean, his team are in the strong position, that's for sure, but it's only a couple of quick kills could turn the thing around, and this is where the TDs, the camping TDs, come into their own. Oh, there's a Jaegeru. Hello, Jaegeru. Was he going to sit there? Aiming for the engine deck. Nice. 474 damage. 2 criticals only this time. And you think you're going to escape by moving there? Don't think so. And he just got stun damage because the orbital gunship managed to hit him. Down to 4 rounds left. Is he going to fire blind at that Jaegeru? No, not going to risk it for a biscuit. Don't say I blame him, really. Oh, that E4's down. So I think finally the enemy team has been crushed. The shoot's aimed in, he's ready. At the moment that Jaegeru gets spotted, he's going to get a massive shell winging its way with love from Russia. He's not been, there's a TVP been spotted, but he's not interested in that. We got the tank in their cap. Oh yeah, that's a shame. Oh really? Going to launch a shell over that? Wow, wow! I wouldn't have thought he could get a shell in there. And look at it. Did you see our Jaegeru hit their Jaegeru? I think it was that for over 1,000 damage. All of which now is shoots stun damage. So he's done 2,300 damage himself that we know of. Bound to be in a load more, plus he will have got a bucket load of stun damage. Only 55 seconds left on the cap, 3 minutes left on the game. Only 3 shells left in the magazine. Enemy artillery spotted, but oh hello. Yeah, stay there. Shell in the air. Oh, but it only got him for 9 health in the end. That looks so good. Looked like he completely annihilated that TVP, but unfortunately about 3 people hit him at once, and that was it. So someone's come off the cap, which is damn decent of them. He's only got 2 shells left, but that's it. Game over. He wins. Well played. Good support. So there you go. That was a cracking game. First class. He got Bruiser. Finished up third on his team, which for RT in a 30v30 is a pretty good result. 3,250 damage, sorry, 3,025 damage. Put your eyes back in. Only 2 kills, but 1,067 base XP. 16 shots, hit with 4, well did damage with 4, but 13 loads of splash, and that means he did 5,427 stun damage. So shots that were hits to the tank after he had after the target hits on the target after he'd stunned them. So really 15 stun results, a hell of an achievement. Nearly 84,000 credits. Didn't fire any premium, so 52,000 profit, which in a tier 10 game is pretty impressive. And with the platoon bonus and obviously running some kind of boost, he got 3,522 for his crew. So there you go. That is the dastardly Object 261, the speedster with a gun that fires like a laser. Well, except when shoots using it in that game, of course. Anyway, let's have another look at another arty game. So next up we got Dynamics driving the Tier 8 American artillery, the M40 M43. He's on Live Oaks. It's a Tier 10 game. So he's bottom tier, but that doesn't matter. You don't care about that when you're artillery. Now this thing, a bit like the Object actually, is a surprisingly mobile artillery, 38 kph. Fairly high velocity gun, but in my experience with this thing, you have good days and you have bad days. So he's hoping for a bit, obviously it goes without saying, he's hoping for a good day. However, it's not started terribly well. Look at the team. Nobody has gone south, or nobody's gone down the 9-0 line, and largely this game is won or lost in my opinion on that line. T-34 is going to camp the base. KV-4 is just hiding, I think, and all the other heavies have gone the other way. Is he just AFK? He's just stupid. I don't know. So Dynamics has moved to the side here. It looks like there's an awful lot of enemy tanks coming through that 1-2 line. So he's aiming over that way. Not really much chance of hitting the light tank unless it was silly enough to stop somewhere. IS-7, that'd be a nice target, but at the moment he's not showing enough to hit. Is he going to push across? He's thinking about it. Shells in the air, but he hits the building instead. Unlucky. And then of course misses the easier shots on all the other heavies that are now moving across. Okay, so the I-7 is trying to side scrape. It's not an easy shot, this. Quite a long reload on this gun. Now, I think if I was him I might be looking at other targets by now, but nah, he was determined to get a shell on that IS-7. 414 hit, which is a pretty good result. M103, it's a tortoise in the middle. Amazing, it doesn't look like many enemy tanks have come the other way either. So we've got the unusual situation where pretty much everybody's gone into the city. Well, apart from our friend in the KV4 who finally decided to move, but is now going away from all the heavies. Nice shot on the T10. Unfortunately just dropped short. To be fair, he aimed short, but sometimes these guns just do automatically fling it slightly high. So by aiming short you've got a good chance of landing it directly on the target, but not that time. Right. Ooh. E75 has been tracked. Nah, no point. Wouldn't have really wanted that kill anyway, because although it's a kill, 77 point hit when you've got to wait this long to reload. Now that was hopeful. Now it's what's interesting to me, and I'm not a massive artillery player, I don't play it very often, I do it for a change, but what's interesting to me in both these games, Shoot and Dynamics, who probably play artillery more than I do, both taken shots that I would never have taken just to try and splash the enemy. Ooh, there's a grilly there. So he's warning his team that he's aiming that way. Just about reloaded. Shell in the air. And 400 hit. Very nice indeed. That was a premium shell. Oh no, no, it wasn't last time. He's now loading a premium HE shell. Now, HE used to have heat and all sorts of stuff, artillery, but now they took them away when they neutered the artillery, and now they just have a sort of higher spread, shall we say, HE round that does more splash damage effectively for a bit more cost. Ooh, unlucky. Was going for the kill on the Lorraine, but overshot. Still got damage on the VK100. That was the extra splash at work there. You see it went straight over the top of the Lorraine, which he was aiming for. Landed sort of midway between the VK and the Lorraine, and got damage on the VK. Actually, it must have landed closer to the VK than... Otherwise the Lorraine would have had some damage. It's just about reloaded. Aiming again at that VK. Yeah, so it's been an eye-opener for me, and one of the reasons why I don't mind featuring the odd artillery game on the channel is just getting tips, really, either how to avoid what they do or get some tips on how better to play it. So both Shoot and Scoot, as I say, are pretty good RT players. They're not obsessively so, but they're pretty reasonable, and they both taken splash hits that I would never have taken in my arty, and they've also are aiming sort of slightly short by the look of it of the targets, whereas I would always aim actually straight on the tank. So you know, each their own, and it works for them. I might try it out myself. So he's warning his team that he's looking at that tortoise, and of course sod's law is the moment he does that it disappears, but he's tracking. You can see where all the bits and bobs are getting broken. Took a speculative shot, probably unwisely in that instance, but did get some splash on the guy. So that is why, one of the reasons why you don't knock down terrain when you're driving, because you see that Dynamics was able to track where that tortoise was likely to be because of all the wreckage that was being broken. If he hadn't been flattening those fences and wood piles and what have you, Dynamics wouldn't have really known where he was. Now, he didn't manage to get a full-on hit, but he still did some damage. Is he going to take another blind shot? No, it doesn't look like it. Team are losing. It's 6 plays 9. That was a better hit. Look at that. 520 on the tortoise. Hit it on the side, just high on the side, where the armour's very, very thin indeed. But the tortoise is going for the mouse. The mouse has a nice 7 in front, and the tortoise coming up is Jaxie, which is not a good situation to be in. Now, this is kind of hopeful. Get shell through all those wires. In fact, will he even be there? I suspect this mouse may well suffer. Whoa! Wow, there you go. That was a fantastic shot. He ended up getting splash damage on the mouse, but he took out that well, he basically damaged the tortoise to a degree where he was then taken out by another shot. So very nice work. It's 8 plays 10. It's coming back. Don't know why the enemy haven't pushed from the south. They look like they've got overwhelming odds down there. There's a Grilly, where is it? And there's a Jag Panther 2. Again, you can see all the buildings going down. Shot in the air. Splashed him, but 292 damage is not to be sneezed at. 8 plays 10. It's getting tight. That Borsig looks like he's doing a fantastic job of holding up 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy vehicles. However, the mouse is now down. Usual positive verbs from the mouse. F team. Yeah, okay. So it's gone a bit quiet for a minute, and I can see Dynamics is not supporting the south. He's only focused on the city. We're all getting very excited about the T-30. F your boots. How do you do that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our only defence from the south has died. 3 tanks left. There's the Panther. He's moved around quite rapidly. Trying to anticipate where he's going to be. Are we going to fire blind shot? Actually down to quite well. In common with the object, this thing doesn't carry many shells, and we're almost out. The building's in the way. He's left it a bit late to run away. Mind you, there is still a Grill 15 somewhere. We don't know where he's gone to. So it's kind of a bit of a case of just sit it out and hope they don't spot me and try and get a few shells away before they do. They still have an arty. Oh, Backchat took down the... Oh, that was a team kill. So the enemy grill took down the Backchat. Wow, that's put a different complexion on it. It's 3 versus 5 now. Will the enemy team regret that fit of rage? I don't know what the obviously don't know what the Backchat had done to annoy the grill, but whatever it was terminal. P50M. Only on 300 health. Now, although the enemy team have got 2 extra tanks, if you look at the mods telling me that they actually have... Well, now they have pretty much the same number of hit points. Dynamics team is on 3,000, well, was on 3,400, has now dropped to just 3,000. Enemy team is on 3,375. So, yeah, it's a bit tight still, basically. It's really who's got the gumption to have a try. We're down to 4 rounds, that's it. Only 2 minutes left of the game. Let's just speed it up a little bit. Dynamics is convinced the enemy tank is coming from that direction. So this is going right down to the wire. Oh, there's the Jack Panther. Oh, we haven't got a shot. Come on, pull back a little bit. About there would be nice. Ooh, that would have stunned him, but I don't think he did any significant damage. Well, comes the Malshan. And he got... oh, he did do quite a lot of damage. He's only on 4 health. That must have really hit him hard. Scared him off too. Scare factor there. Only 50 seconds left of the game. This is going to go right to the wire. 2 shells left. Splashed the Malshan, but no damage by the look of it. Reloading in. Come on. 19 seconds. It's got draw written all over it. Unless the enemy managed to get the last 2 tanks, including dynamics. 1 second, that's it, it's a draw. So he did his very best there, but unfortunately just couldn't carry the game. Still got an ace tanker out of it, a bruiser and Gauze medal for doing 10 times the hit points of your own tank in damage in the self-propelled gun. Very nice. So it was a draw, finished up. Well, surprisingly, top of the team, 3,503 damage, 1 kill, 728 base XP. In fact, he was probably, about 4th highest damage dealer in both teams. Fired 15 shots, hit with 6, did damage with 6, got 8 lots of splash as well, 2,624 splash damage. Was running some kind of, or maybe that was crucial contribution, I don't know, 55,000 credits plus 5,000. Didn't fire any premium, so ended up making 42,700, very nice, and 17,739 XP. So cracking game from Dynamics. So you've had enough yet, or should we do one more? Let's do one more. So we've had Russian, we've had American, and now we've got German artillery. This is Sea Dogs, another subscriber using the GW Panther, the tier 7 German artillery. Now Sea Dog sent this in to me and said this is the best artillery game he's ever played. Now some people would say no artillery is the best artillery game, but no, because artillery is just in the game, so get over yourselves. It's been nerfed quite a bit, so it's more of a support function now, but in my mind it's invaluable in the game because otherwise everyone just sits hull down and you have to spam gold at them to try and shift them because the maps don't allow any real mobility in most cases. Anyway, enough of me preaching while he gets into position. So here we are, it's a tier 9 game on Malinovka. So he's bottom tier again, but that doesn't matter when you're artillery, right? Oh, hello Panther. Goodbye Panther. Well, that Panther 2, Jag Panther 2, was in a very, very poor position, and Sea Dogs took advantage of it. Now, notice also what he's doing, which I didn't comment on in the other two games very much, because actually I'm not sure Dynamics did an awful lot, but generally it's a good idea when you're playing artillery is to move after you've shot, because if you don't, if any enemy artillery are looking at you, they could well target the line where your shot came from, because they can see it on the minimap. They can't see exactly where you are, but they can see the line of shot if they're watching. And there are some very obvious places that artillery go to. So, it's got a pretty quick reload on this gun. He's also got a lot more shells than either of the other two artillery had, so he can afford to take a few speculative shots. Now again, he's aiming quite short, but it's hitting beautifully. That Super Pershing is going to get WoT 4 again, because he's still there. Didn't take the hint from the last hit. Shot in the air. Oh, bounced off his upper plate. How can HE bounce off an upper plate? It should just explode on it. Well, whatever, it did. Softer target here, Tiger 1. Nope, he's disappeared. AMX, side of him, AMX, AC. Shell in the air, nice hit. 325 damage, he's already rocked up 1300 damage, well, best part of. Aiming back in on that AMX, going to make his day really, really bad. And, you know, as an artillery player, so not that I am particularly, but I do like playing artillery every once in a while, you will have games that just work. Apart from that one which missed. He obviously wasn't sure whether to go for the Super Pershing or the E75 and aimed in the middle of the two and missed both of them. Splash, not an awful lot on this vehicle. But look at the reload, it's ready to lob another shell over very, very quickly indeed. Super Pershing, nice, 327 into his side and splashed him considerably. 2 critical hits as well. And he's doing the perfect support job here, right? He's laying down withering fire on those guys who are trying to push up onto the hill. And he's done a pretty darn good job. No, that's a bit hopeful, that one. Yeah, a bit hopeful. Another squishy target, but it's disappeared again. Of course, in the old days this thing would be one-shotting things, but now rarely does. But if you get a squishy target or an open top target, you can still do quite a bit to it. But really, you've got to change your mindset when you're playing artillery these days. It's all about the tracking shots, it's all about the stun shots, it's all about just wearing the enemy down, repeatedly hitting them when they're in a where they think is a safe position. Like that IS-6 thought he was in a hold down position there, and he was from the guys above him, but not from the artillery that are smashing him. And he's just dying. E75, much more valuable target, but just about reloaded. Again, he's letting his team know that that's what he's aiming for. Oh, that was a hit. You see, no explosion, so that was definitely a hit. Tiger 1 is down 73 health. Oh, E75 could get a 2-for-1 Brucey bonus here. Oh no! Lands, just splashes the Tiger 1, leaves them on 25 health. Enemy team have been completely mullered in this game. 8-4, one-sided as they come. And Sea Dogs has definitely done his part. He's definitely blunted that attack on the hill, really working them over. E75 got tracked, stunned obviously, and we're getting stun damage for all these hits that are coming in. E75 is moving forward. Can we anticipate where he's going to be? Yep. Oh, and a friendly target there. Whoa. Yeah, that wasn't the wisest shot there, to be honest. Managed to splash his own teammate in the process of hitting that E75. Never mind. Game is pretty much won. Oh, Tiger 1, just stay there. If we can land it on your engine deck, you are in trouble. Oh, love it. 285 hit. Now, the only problem is now he's kind of the most southerly tank here. Again, he's letting his team know that he's aiming on this Leopard. Not that it really makes much difference because they're still firing at the Leopard. Can we get the kill? Oh, leaves him on 100 health. And T-25-2 gets him. And it gives him a whole load more stun damage, so good stuff. Right. I think we need to move. The Leo's worrying about these Tigers, but, you know, in theory there shouldn't be an issue. However, there's still quite a few enemy tanks left in operation. It's still... they've still got 5. 5 versus 9, so have seen games lost on that basis. Aiming in on the last known position of the Scorpion. Oh, and also their enemy artillery. Can we get him before the friends get him? Shot in the air, will it get there? Oh, nice, just 276, didn't kill him in the end. Now you see that was the shell leaving the artillery, heading out the other way, which means if you were looking at it from above, you'd see that. Okay, right. Tiger 1 heading into the cap against our Tiger 1. We don't want a fair fight, do we? We're artillery, goddammit. Shot in the air. Oh, landed shell. Landed short. Landed shell. Landed short. But never mind, the Tiger 1 is taken out. Scorpion G, is he going to try and drown himself? No, give him his dues. He's fighting on, but he's down. Right. We've had a good old game, but there's only 2 enemy tanks left. Tiger 1 and VK-30D. Now the other thing that I like what he's doing here is he's showing good map awareness. He knows there's a possibility the Tiger 1 might come up behind him. You can see the VK's not going to because it's all the way over there towards their base. But he's using good map awareness, he's moving around, he's also helping to reduce the distance to the target. Now, while artillery can hit anything on the map pretty much, most often, the shorter the shell actually has to travel. A, it gets there quicker, which means you can anticipate where the shot's going to land. B, there's less chance of it diverting somewhere else and going off target. So you kind of want to be shortening the range if you possibly can. Like that, because that hit that Tiger very, very quickly after you click the button. Tracked the Tiger 1, stunned him, and that was enough. And that was it. Game over. GG. Well played. So there you go. The third game ended up as an ace tanker. He got Bruiser, Gauze medal for causing 10 times more damage than the SP of your vehicle in artillery, and he got Confederate badge. Finished up, unsurprisingly, top of his team, 3,590 damage, 1 kill, 1509 base XP. I had 19 shots, hit with 11 of them, and got 8 lots of splash damage on top of that, 1,500 stun damage, 61,000 credits, 41,000 profit after costs, and 4,500 XP with the ×2 for the first victory of the day. So there you go. That is Seadog121 in the best RT game he's ever had, apparently. So there you go. That's 3 RT games. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please give it a like. If you didn't, well, you know, Get over yourselves, artillery is in the game. But then I wouldn't expect you to still be watching at this point in the video if that's the case. But if you did enjoy it, please give it a like and enjoy your games. Have fun. Try not to take it too seriously. It's just a damn game after all. And I will see you again soon. Gamer Dom, signing out.